My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Cobalt Core. We're looking to get our final memory for Drake. So, we're in the RS. The ship's cannons are manually toggled. I don't want to turn on max because I don't like the interaction between toggle cannon and max's ability to play things from the leftmost position in the hand. I'm toggling which cannon is active. I'm thinking I could just go Riggs and Dizzy. I've been taking books on pretty much every mission. Don't have anything against books, but you know, it's been a while since I've had a little bit of a simpler setup like this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Especially because RS has 5 shield. Dizzy seems like a very appropriate choice there. I'll gain the debris. Ooh. Upgrade 2 random to type A. Lockshot for more damage. Shield surge for more shield. EMP slug. Heat sinks become 0 cost. Scramble gets an additional. Okay, it's definitely type A. It's just 2 0 costs basic shots. I'm more than happy to see that, especially in a world where I have Riggs, who's giving me additional card draw. Hit him with the draw shot. There you go. Don't have to spend too many more resources here. Scramble and a basic dodge in order to get up to 4 evade. Love having that. EMP slug. Make it even heat sinks the heat away. Oh man, I love that I can still do damage while accruing so many resources because of this. Draw shot, see if we get the EMP slug. We don't. Fine, so I'll throw a basic shot. One more, move 1 space over. No extra shielding for you, buddy. And it doesn't really matter, you don't even get to your next turn. Deflection, combustion engine, and heatsink. Considering I'm going to want to go draw, I kind of want to keep my deck cost low. Combustion engine gives you 2 heat. Then you move spaces equal to your heat. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. Deflection could upgrade to do more damage and give an additional shield, or it can get more max shield for our ship. I don't really want my damage from Dizzy, thank you. I could just get another copy of Heatsink. If I wanted it. I'm gonna skip, actually. Let's go for an upgrade to... Let's make heatsink 0 cost. It's been a while since I've done that. Let you shuffle all of my ship parts, eh? The thing is, those cannons are very far apart from one another. They are the furthest apart from one another they are capable of being. I don't want to make them closer to one another and lose the utility of being able to choose which from fire, or lose a lot of the utility that is provided by being able to choose which from which I fire. Scramble, dodge, 1 space over. Toggle the active cannon so that I can fire on the enemy. Sure, definitely time for a heatsink. Speaking of it being time for a heatsink, rather, I'm gonna not want to play my other. Oh no, EMP slug. If I don't play EMP slug now, I can't actually play heatsinks in the future. Okay, I think I'm just not playing any more of Drake's cards for the rest of the combat at this point. Well, I guess, never mind, I can play the EMP slug if I don't have to worry about the cost of it. Well, if I'm overheating this turn anyway, I might as well get up to full overheat. And then I'll toggle my cannon, fire 2 shots into the enemy, burn out the debris. Could have been worse, I guess. Oh, I just lost rigs. Yeah, right before I draw 2 rigs cards. That's yikes. Not too much I can do that turn, unfortunately, and Riggs is locked away again. Toggle the active cannon, EMP slug. I'm gonna use a heatsink so that I don't have to worry about the end this turn, and as long as I do 1 damage this next turn, we're all good. And we do indeed. Stun shot, Vamoose, or boost capacitors. Boost capacitors would be pretty good. Nothing wrong with Vamoose either. I'm gonna take Vamoose first. Zero. I'm gonna follow up with a moose. If it moves me 3 in which direction? Sure. Completely fine with that. 1 space further over, and I get to keep 4 evade for a future turn. I'm gonna line up big damage, doubling my 3 to 6 against the enemy's brittle position. Heat sinks away slightly, use a block shot, so I only have to move 1 more space in order to take no damage this turn. Light up my armor with the enemy's incoming 3 damage, so I don't have to worry about it as much. Incoming damage this turn is basically nothing as well. I'll do 1 more to them. Incoming is only 1 against my shielding, and now a single swap, and EMP takes out the elite. Big Shield is very, very high up here for me. The possibility of upgrading it to get a full 5 shield out of a single 2 cast. There's also Ventilator, discard a random card, draw 2 cards, and Heat is lowered. Let's go for the Big Shield first, thank you. Gain 1 Serenity every 3rd turn, or Overclock Generator, a 4th energy. An additional energy every 3rd turn. I'm definitely gonna go for the Serenity here. Even though I have Heatsinks A upgraded, upgrading EMP Slug so that it can do more damage is much easier to do if I have some Serenity directly for me. Also, Fracture Detection. A random enemy part is made brittle at the start of the fight. It's not marked as brittle until it's damaged, though. Block shot, Heatsink, debris, and a little bit of block. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not capable of really damaging the enemy this turn. They've got 2 temp shields. I'd only be able to really do 4 damage if I was really, 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 really tricky and expended a huge amount of resources, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to just move over 1. Wait. Big shield, corrupted core. Hard not to take that when you're given the opportunity. So it's not this enemy's attack, this cannon, that's going to do damage to me, it's their status. So stunning their cannon is not actually going to help me in this position. They would still just fire back because the status is generating the attack. All that to say, I'm going to move 1 space over. And then just start cycling shots at you. Ooh, we found the brittle area, it's the cockpit. Could have done one more damage if I did that in a slightly different order, but I didn't. Time to Vamoose. Hey, I can even get 2 damage against the enemy's temp shielding there. 6 evade for future turns. One HP left, buddy. Uh-oh. They had temp shielding. I wasn't ready. Solar Flare is so easy to take when we have the Serenity Generation. Photon Condenser. All of Dizzy's card attacks deal +1 damage. I'm not going to be using Dizzy for damage much. Every time you heal, heal 1 more. It seems more usable, to be entirely honest. Missile, turn off now.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. I was performing a search function with my onboard computer. How can I help you?
You called us?
Oh, right. Missiles turn off how? Let's save you from yourself. Debris. Corrupted core. End my turn. Toggle cannon draw shot. If I could take anything else out, I would. But because I can't, I'm going to use Solar Flare here to prevent the next 3 from the enemy. Oh no, they're brittle position! Oh, what a nightmare. Okay, 1 damage. I move 1 space over. 1 more. I'm afraid you'll have to get hit by one of those. Okay, that one's not gonna hit you. Good, good, good. Seeker for 2 or an acid that does 1 corrode every turn. I think I gotta prevent the Seeker there. One basic shot, move further, draw shot. I'll heat sinks across. And I can even toggle cannon hit with an EMP slug so that you take no damage that turn. Simple basic shot A. Use a dodge, toggle the active cannon, and a draw shot will save him. Hey, I'm alive. I can't say thank you enough. So I won't.
Really?
Okay, fine. I'll offer you 1 treat I found earlier. Missile malware, the precious Seeker missiles. I'm gonna go with the random artifact. Jumper cables. Start a combat, gain temp shield equal to your missing hull. Not half bad. I'm missing a lot of hull. I'm gonna upgrade Big Shield to give a full 5 in a single play. I feel like that's gonna be worth its while. Big Shield. Yep, that's the main thing about it. Big. And I don't even have to move. The temp will cover me there. I mean, yeah, I could Solar Flare and then heat sinks, but I'm not really doing much. I could also just heat sinks, double attack, move 1 more space. I want to leave the Solar Flare for a later turn. Take 0 damage. Incoming is 2. I'm gonna scramble. Gotta get some evade there. Definitely a Vamoose turn. Simple toggle so that I don't have to worry about so much armor damage. Definitely EMP slug, so I don't have to worry about, again, the damage. And I'll gain another basic dodge. Now that I've got 6 evade, I feel a lot more confident, as you might imagine. Big solar flare this turn. Hit him with a basic shot. Heat sinks lines me up to attack a bunch and then deny some incoming damage. Go for a block scramble. I'm going to toggle the active then fire, and the reason I'm going to do that is because taking 2 damage this turn doesn't matter when I know that in the next hand is big shield. Which I was actually certain of. Actually certain? Hang on, there were 2 cards at the bottom of the deck. I was pretty certain of it. Throw a basic shot, basic. Cool. Sure, just an EMP slug for some 3 more damage to the enemy. Why not? With 10 evade, I have a lot more safety than it ever necessarily looks like I do. Because I can just do that. I can just see you suckers whenever I want. Hit him with a draw shot. Alright. Time for the kill. Boss 1 down. Shield gun! Yes! 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 It's everything I wanted! Yes! I want damage equal to the amount of shield I got. Yes. Thank you. Flywheel! Every 10th time you draw a card, gain an energy. I'm over the moon about that. Gain an extra energy every turn, gain a heat every turn, whatever. Warp Mastering. No. Worst case, rigs, I'm drawing 5 cards a turn, so it's an energy every second turn, but also now it's so much easier to include draw into this deck. Not that I was ever going to not. No, seriously, obviously I was going to. Yeah, I'm actually going to hit him with an early Soul Flare here. Pop some lead into you. There you go. Big ol' EMP slug into big shield. So I've tested here, here, and here. None of those are brittle. I'll waste an evade to keep 3 shield. Especially because the shield gun's still there. And it's lethal. Shield gun good. Shield gun good damage. Think twice. What? Discard all cards, draw 5 cards. Yes. Yes, thank you. Yes, please. I'm going to upgrade that so that I can play it multiple times per fight. It no longer resource, but it only draws 3.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Faulty jump point! We're way too close to a black hole! Just who's driving this damn thing? If we don't jettison something right now, we're gonna be in serious trouble.
Shield gun, heatsink A, or draw shot. What? I'm gonna jettison half of my hull.
Okay. Oh, that was a close one. Everyone all right? I'm a little rattled.
Yeah, let's think twice past this hand, thank you. Big ol' EMP slug to prevent the enemy from giving me the Abyssal Madness. Gotta heat sinks and scramble out of this one. Classic Vamoose turn right there. Let's go block shot, shield surge before I think twice. I'm just gonna cancel the enemy's 5 damage on me and stay. Oh, I could have still done 1 damage to them. Oops, obviously. Toggle the active cannon, move 1 space over, EMP slug, and some basic damage. There's the second brittle position. I want to toggle the active cannon before I play Think Twice, because I don't want to just be cycling extra copies of toggle cannon into the draw pile. They're not going to be useful later. Okay. Put myself in a position to only take 4 damage. I don't need to toggle the active cannon. Now it's just time to think twice and fill him with lead. Goodbye, Rogue Starnicle. Strafe? I do generate movement, but it's not like ridiculous. It's pretty good. When can I upgrade it? At the end of this floor? Possibly make it 3 cost there. Jumper cables heal more. Fracture detection, control rods. I don't think I want strafe. It's just a nice source of consistent damage. I'm taking strafe. Next gen insulation. Your ship overheats at 4 instead of 3, or permanently gain +2 shield on +2 max shield, that is, on pickup. We'll be going with that one, needless to say, as I have already clicked it. Solar Flare, enemies do nothing's turn. I'm gonna toggle my stuff, and then think twice. Fire a basic, and then a draw shot. No, actually, I'll now just block, because now next turn, if I happened to draw into the strafe, I would actually be able to play it because I've got 4 energy because the flywheel went off at the start of this turn. Let's toggle the active cannon. That said, nothing wrong with this turn. Big shield, now we're up on full shield, and then boom, giant shield gun for 7 damage to the enemy. We're also lined up to be able to take out one of their missiles here. Love it. Well, I say that right before I demonstrate that we actually can't afford to do that. Can't afford to because we don't have damage. Hit him with the EMP slug, and I don't need to do anything else this turn. Wow, another EMP slug. Nothing wrong with that this turn either. With enough shielding, I don't really need to move, you see. Your turn. Shield gun will do it. From hell's heart we stab at thee. Attack damage equal to our missing hull. The fact that we can get an explosive slug upgrade to B and have the 2 piercing attacks for 1 2 heat. That's good damage. Really good damage. Maybe I'm just super underestimating from Hill's Heart, but it seems like it has a huge cost in the riskiness of the build that can actually utilize it, and then it also costs 3. I'm not saying it can't do something good, I'm just saying it's very expensive for what it is. Energy refund! Gain an energy whenever you spend 3 on something, so that's the Strafe and the Vamoose, much easier to play now. Speaking of that Strafe being easier to play, boom! Strafe is played. Also gain a basic block in that turn. I mean, Vamoose. Classically Vamoose. I'll move back to line up with you because I can do a total of 2 damage with it. I'm gonna scramble, move 3 spaces over, fire a draw shot, basic, and then toggle my active cannon. I also have now found the enemy's weak position. Solar Flare is going to knock out my Serenity this turn, unfortunately, but it's okay. Toggle the active cannon, fire, and then I just need to get away from the sand. Big old EMP slug, explosive. Heat sinks to get out of the dodge. Yeah, I think the more damage I deal that turn, the far better off I end up becoming. Toggle the active cannon. I'm going to move 1 over the left, fire a draw shot. Basic shot and block shot will take you out. I won't even have to worry about the big shield. Charge beam, prepare. Stun charge. So charge beam, prepare. Oh, prepare. Draw 4 cards extra next turn. 2 additional energy. That is so good. Even the base version of it's really good for us. Charge beam does have the possibility of just saving up 1 large shot to throw at the enemy, but I think with the strafe and the shield gun, I think we actually have enough damage in the deck. Let's take the prepare. Oh, regenerator. Every 3 Dizzy cards played gain a shield. And adaptive plating. Actually, 1, probably 2, 3. 3 extra max. That's not enough. I'm taking the regenerator. Nothing wrong at all with the idea of throwing a big solar flare at the enemy. But also, it's worth noting, I've got 4 temp shields. I can just lose that temp shield and be over the moon about it. Nothing wrong. I'm going to toggle my active cannon. I'm going to scramble, and then I'm going to think twice. I'm going to big shield, primarily because I know that in my deck is still the shield gun. And there it is. Heat sinks to move over 1 space, toggle the active cannon, shield gun for boom, damage. Should have gained another block first, oops. Could easily have done. Toggle the active cannon, EMP shot. 1 space further over, draw shot, and that gives me the energy to play another thing. Which will be a basic dodge, just so that I know that I have some movement. The enemy's weak position was armored after the first hit, so it didn't matter if I threw another basic shot at them. Wasn't going to be relevant. I suspect I'm better served by staying here and keeping my evade resource for this turn. Not like I would have been doing a huge amount of damage to the enemy's temp shield that turn anyway. Cool. I vamoosed just in case it brought me in this direction, and it did. Now I'll play a strafe. Hit him with a draw shot. Move one space over. Move one space over. Move one space over. One, two, big shield, and shield gun. Get him. Button mash, evasive shot, and ventilator. Doesn't seem all that necessary. Button mash, probably the most of which here. Possibility of upgrading it to become retain. It gives me an extra energy back when I play it, so it's only 2 energy. Obviously, if I sequence it correctly. Full block. Move forward to the left immediately. And gain 2 evade. Yeah, I think button mash is reasonable. Just not... I think it's fine. It's fine. It's a good safety tool that I should probably have. It's fine. I so don't want to give it any credit. Let's upgrade the strafe so it's always playable.
Why are you like this? I mean, like, I'm not mean, am I? You are? You just cover it up by being bubbly?
Gotta give him the big shield. Simple basic shot. Cool. I know one area that is not brittle. One heat sinks over, one explosive slug to the enemy, and I'll just gain some dodge and some stuff. That'll be great. I'm gonna button mash because I still get a lot of value out of it this time. And toggle the active cannon so I don't even have to lose anything. No resources lost. Big draw. Oh, this is great. Hit him with the strafe A. That gives me enough energy to play the Vamoose. I'm gonna toggle my active cannon. Draw. Play out the debris and then think twice. Basic shot. I could have gotten the shield gun out that turn, but I've now put myself in a position where it's a better position to be in. I've now put myself in a position which is good instead. Definitely don't think twice about that one. Especially if I can hit him with a soul flare afterwards. Getting 2 more evade for future turns, and I'll hold. That's good enough. Ooh, there's the shield gun. Let's totally active cannon. Fire the shield gun. Heat sinks across. 1 more space. 1 more space. 1 more space. I really can't find this brittle for the life of me. Shield gun's doing well, though. Oh, there's nothing wrong this turn with a prepare and a shield surge. Heat sinks my way over here, scramble and shield gun for some damage. I'll toggle the active cannons so that when I start strafing, it's fine. Actually, that was worse. That's fine. Still hit him with an EMP slug and a basic shot afterwards. I don't need to move this turn. I can save all of my movement for future turns. Strafe across him for a bunch of damage, only lose my temp armor that turn, and we're back to the shield gun, and that'll do it. Yeah, my damage is good. I don't need to increase my damage at this point. Oh, Strafe A is upgraded! And it only costs 2 energy. I can have that, right? I'm allowed. Don't need to increase my damage. What are you talking about? Shield burst. Every time you gain shield, gain 1 temp shield. So I get to keep my shield. Your ship's cannons become weak at the start of combat. It's worth noting this only affects the cannon that is not actively in use. Sorry, that is actively in use, rather. The other one still overrides with armor, which makes the glass cannon the best choice here. Give me quick thinking. Quick thinking. The card quick thinking. Give me! I want to draw! I want to draw so damn bad! Big strafe. Hit him with a draw shot. I'm gonna move all the way out of the way there so I don't actually take any hull damage. There's a strafe A. Okay. Solar Flare and cancel all of the enemy intents, and then I can do a bunch of damage to you. This is a classic Vamoose into big shield turn. Basic shot, I'll heat sinks my way across. I'm not going to alternate the active cannon. I'm going to kill the enemy before I get back to the toggle cannon here. There's the shield gun. EMP slug, and sure, I'll gain even more dodge. Why not? I just needed to find the brittle place, and I was just gonna slug them until they died. No need for any of those, thank you kindly. Oh my god, I get another upgrade? I didn't think I was gonna be allowed. Shield gun could do additional damage for additional armor. Oh no, wait, that was more relevant when Dizzy was getting the other shield upgrade. Shield burst, I think it was. Gain a temp shield whenever you gain a normal shield. That would make the shield gun alternative there much stronger. Let's draw 4 more cards the turn after with a prepare, thank you.
Is anyone else getting like a really bad headache? No, it's from that high-pitched static. What is that?
You all again.
Hello?
Which of you shall I teach this time?
It's Riggs. Draw cards.
Ah! Whoa! I'm learning. Nope, hold on. It's fading away.
Smooth as a river stone, that brain.
Energy readings are back to normal.
Hit him with a basic shot. definitely gonna throw a bunch more energy at making sure that they don't actually damage me. Oh, this next turn is gonna be wild.
Yeah, that's resources. That's is what resources is.
One over to the left. I'm gonna hit you with a solar flare. Classic, easy scramble. I'm gonna have to toggle my cannon at some point. I don't really intend on damaging the enemy. I'm gonna burn a debris out of the deck. I'm gonna toggle my cannon, and then I'm gonna think twice away from this hand. Yeah, I was only looking for resources. Strafe A into a big shield. That's resources. Hit him with a quick thinking into a strafe. Alright, I'm doing 2 damage every single time I move now. Oh my god, and I've got a button mash that moves into a Vamoose. One, two. Unfortunately, I would have to miss with every second shot if I was actually firing on their only brittle position in the wing. So I'm doing the same damage by firing over this way instead. Oh no. I'm furious. I'm so mad. I did it to myself. I literally just needed not to use all of my movement last turn. No. Look at this hand. This is entirely on me. I thought I was doing so well, and then I did a big dumb, and now I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die. I've got 21 incoming damage. If I could max, I can't. But oh my god. I was so hyped. I was over the moon about that. I was practically cracking open the champagne already. I was so confident. Overconfidence, of course, etc., so on and so forth. Wayne June. Hey, my name's been Rhapsody. Name the game, it's still Cobalt Core. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game past, present, and future. In the next episode, we're going to be using the next ship, that one being Jupiter. Oh, Jupiter drones. That should be pretty successful. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. A special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully, and then I say hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. And then hopefully we'll see you next time as well.